The art of being a Black student. Hi, everyone. My name is Annette Chisom Okeke Onyama. Annette meaning grace. Chisom means God follows me. Okeke derives from the word Eke, which is one of the four market days in the Igbo calendar. And Onyama means one who does not go back on the word, one who maintains integrity. So one, you now all know my government name. And two, I do feel like I have to live up to my name most of the time. My name carries history, culture, and the legacy of those who came before me. In many ways, my name itself is an art, crafted by ancestry, shaped by meaning, and spoken with power. And if my name is an art, if I am art crafted by my creator in heaven, then what about the art of being a student, a Black student? When I first stepped into campus, I thought that being a Black student was just about showing up to lectures, passing my exams, and taking good notes. But I quickly realized that the art of being a Black student is one that requires a strategy of communication and of creativity. When was the first time that you felt like you were actually smart? The first time that I realized that I was actually smart was around the age of 11, 12, back in Spain where I grew up. I came home after school one day and my mom had said, "Oh, school called." And they said that they're going to move you upset. You're doing really good at art. You're doing really good in your English, etc. But they had said it as if they hadn't expected it from me. And that's me, despite doing really well in my SATs, what would be the equivalent of SATs here in the UK. The first time that I realized that I was smart was not because I suddenly became intelligent, but because someone had told me so. Next, I think there are three main pillars in the art of being a Black student. Firstly, it is the art of belonging. We can see that in all the different societies here at university, like ACS and BGS, and also the numerous country-based societies, where we don't feel the need to code switch between academic spaces and personal identity. I think that's why it's so important for ourselves to put ourselves out there, and immerse ourselves in the university experience, because you never know what could come out of it. We're a world rooted in community. We should be loving each other, encouraging each other. And these inclusive spaces help us do that by facilitating an outlet for our experience. I found my people in different places around university where I saw people that looked like me, that were facing the same struggles as me, and who are helping me navigate university life still to this day. Realize that you don't just belong here, you deserve to be here. I think secondly, we see the art of impact. There is this certain pressure of having to represent in predominantly white spaces. It's the burden versus beauty type of thing. It's the burden of having to push against those barriers that we face as Black students, but it's the beauty of using our creativity and our ability to push against those barriers using our creativity. You can use your voice to impact the student experience by joining societies, advocating for change, and just standing for what you believe in your day-to-day conversations. Your impact doesn't start after you graduate, it starts now. Thirdly, we see the art of well-being. We acknowledge, not accept what we face as Black students. This can be things like burnout, microaggressions, feeling like we aren't doing good enough. This is because of the work twice as hard to get half as far. I want to emphasize self-care to you and seeking student support services like the SU and your advisors. As a community, we need to realize that asking for help is not a weakness, it is a strategy. Whether it is your mentor, a solid friendship group, or even therapy, a solid, strong system is the key to success. For my Christians, I want to emphasize to you that we know that our cup is overflowing, so let's stop pouring from an empty cup. As I'm telling you, I'm telling myself. Being a Black student is more than just about grades, it's about who you become in the process. The art of being a Black student is about belonging, impact, and well-being. To work on those three things throughout your university life and beyond. To hone into your ancestry, to find your power, and to speak with meaning. To my fellow Black students, be bold with your brushstrokes, color outside the lines. This canvas is yours, so paint without fear. And to everyone else, examine the systems and be part of the change. Your time here is a canvas. How will you paint your legacy? Thank you.